Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Looking at CMG, VRX, Twitter, and GoPro, the last time some of these names will be on this list, at least in CMG's case, we're going to move it on over to the Bulls list because clearly we've been bullish on CMG for quite some time. So over the weekend, that will be the change-up. CMG, very strong, breaking 490.67 resistance, breaking the lower high pattern. But as we pointed out in the last video, the upper Bollinger Band resistance is right there, and it's keeping the price contained. So we don't have a breakout. We don't have enough volume to break out above the upper Bollinger Band. But the bulls are right here in control. So the middle Bollinger Band is support to be watching. That's in the upper 470s. The weekly time frame broke the inside bar bullish. We have the 100-week moving average resistance of 493.71. That's continuing to drop down. We rejected from that 2 weeks ago, and that's now the resistance we're watching. And the weekly upper Bollinger Band is there as well. So we're rejecting from the daily upper Bollinger Band, the weekly upper Bollinger Band, and the 100-week moving average resistance. Plenty of resistances to watch, but the bulls are right there, and they certainly have the upper hand right now. VRX, beautiful continuation. We did see a bunch of profit taking at the end of the day, but it was a huge day for the bulls. So now the bulls are proving themselves. As long as we stay above the upper Bollinger Band, we're in breakout mode, showing lots of strength. Our new resistance is 1455, and also looking at 1458 back here from March 1st. And we're watching the weekly middle Bollinger Band. If the bulls can hold 1268, which looks more likely than not tomorrow, we will close above this middle Bollinger Band for the first time in 8 months. That's significant. Still have to break 1714 and 1755 to break this lower high pattern on the weekly. I don't think we're going to do it on a straight shot. We're going to have to consolidate, form a higher low, and then make a move. Ideal scenario for the bulls is we consolidate, back test, and hold the middle Bollinger Band support next week, maybe the following week, and then see continuation, breaking the lower highs and trying to reverse this trend. Twitter on the daily time frame looks like a bull flag. We didn't get that strong follow through today. We have resistance here at 1875. And we're now looking at other resistance up here at 1889 as well. So we're right here on the verge of that bull break and continuation, but we did close with a bit of weakness here with some profit taking. So support is down at 1816 and 1820, and the bulls need to see some follow through in order to get that confirmation and continuation. So the weekly time frame for Twitter is pulling back under the upper Bollinger Band. It might take a little bit more consolidation than the bulls would hope for. They would have liked to have seen a nice strong move. If we do break 1816, that will be an indication that we're likely to backtest this 200-day moving average down at 1753. GoPro on the daily time frame still very close. We closed at the high of the day, keeping the bulls in control of the short term in terms of yesterday and today, but this middle Bollinger Band is the level. It rejected the first bounce attempt. It's going to be at about 868. It's going to be just below that level as it drops down incrementally, and the bulls have to close above it to prove themselves in the short term. And that 879 resistance, the high of the first bounce attempt, is also important as well. So the bulls have a chance here to shift the short-term momentum where we had the dump, the bounce, lower low, lower high, now trying to turn it around, but that middle Bollinger Band is going to be a key test tomorrow. And then we have the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly to deal with, which hasn't been support in the past 7 months. So the bears are still strong, but the bulls are showing a little bit of life in the short term. So that's what we've got heading into tomorrow, and we will see if the bulls can get some follow through here on CMG. That's what I'm going to be watching most, and I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow.